At least, yeah, Miss Landers is on.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to call that with the assumption that it's a conflict panel case. Mr. Chastain, Doyle Chastain, I'm going to call your cases here.
Yeah, I'm here. Doyle Chastain.
Yeah,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Just calling up your cases here.
there you go. That's for him, and this is for you.
Okay, thank you.
At this rate, darling, you're not gonna be finished by noon.
I'm feeling really positive.
Okay, go ahead. She will call her at noon and see if she's still in court. All right, then you're all set, Ms. Johnson.
Thank you, baby.
What'd you say just now?
You're welcome, Miss.
What'd she say?
Oh.
When she call you at noon.
What's up, court
Tell her.
nerds? It's time to get served. It's your boy Phil, rocking and rolling. How you doing, guys? What's up? I got an exciting night for you. It's 9 o'clock. I'm glad you're hanging with me late. Sorry for the late start, but I got the little lady I got to take care of. But I got a whole bunch of clips for you guys. I got Judge Bryan. I got Judge Washington, McNally. I got everything you haven't seen today. So let's get rolling, nerds. Membership is live. Please join, like, subscribe, celebrating the success, the growing channel. I appreciate it. Well, the membership's going to have exclusive content. We're going to have the emojis, going to have everything involved. And we're going to have the private live streams. There's going to be all different types of perks for you guys starting at $2.99. So let's rock and roll, nerds. I'm so glad you joining with me tonight at 9 o'clock. So let's rock and roll.
You've been coming in front of me for how long? 12, 13 years now?
About that, yes. Your Honor.
Obviously, I've failed when it comes to helping you out. You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one. Do you want one?
No, Your Honor.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to send you over to talk to the prosecutor. You go talk to the prosecutor.
May I say something?
What do you want to tell me?
I have no other way of getting besides walking to my drug test.
Go talk to the prosecutor.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the plight of your woes that you've created by getting yourself in trouble over and over and over and over again. $500 personal bond. Either way, coming back in front of me, you cannot leave the state or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. You understand all
Yes,
that?
Your Honor.
We'll see you back in here in a few minutes. Go talk to him. You'll be back in front of me. Raymond Anthony Perez, 20T635807. Come on up, Mr. Perez. How are you doing, Ms. McRipley?
Good, Your Honor. Good morning. Rachel McRipley, appearing on behalf of Raymond Perez. Can you please state your name, sir?
Raymond Perez.
What's up, Marilyn? How you doing? Autumn. Hey, Mark.
It almost looked like it's a
Hey,
show
everybody.
cause, but
Welcome to the
I couldn't tell.
Nerd Show.
It's a failure to pay fines and costs that he's been avoiding us on for only since March 5th of 21. So I guess the charge is at least failure to pay. Lisa, tell me how much. It looks like failure to pay $335.
It's
Perez, that's enough.
$456 now, includes the clearance.
How much?
Four
How much?
$456, and that includes the clearance.
So it's going to be 421 excluding clearance. Or I'm sorry, 411 excluding the clearance. So how's he going to proceed on that?
Your Honor, he will plead guilty to the failure to pay and ask for some time to pay.
He's going to have a problem with me. He's going to have a big problem with me. I'm just telling you.
Look at McNally's face.
He does have an explanation, Your Honor.
Gosh, I hope so. He's been fighting in a war. He's running the Pentagon. Tell me, I can't wait to hear.
He had some health issues, both mental and physical.
Okay.
He had been out of.
Let's go through this and we'll talk about it. If you plead
You don't want to hear it today. Guys, I got a ton from him today. He was in a mood and a half.
guilty, you could be incarcerated on this case for up to 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes, sir.
Plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing and not be a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, you failed to pay $411. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accept it. And I want to just tell your lawyer, in case she didn't get a chance to look at the inner workings. You didn't show up back in August of 20, we issued a warrant. You didn't show up back in November of 20, we issued a warrant. You didn't show up in March of 21, we issued a warrant.
There's a reason for that.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I want to hear it now.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Um,
I'm going to listen to your lawyer first.
yes, sir.
Well, like I said, he has had some mental and physical health challenges that prevented him from working.
Is he seeing a therapist?
Psychiatrist, and I'm in outpatient.
Okay. All right, let's cut to the chase. Can he pay anything today?
Not today. He's hoping to have some money
By next Friday.
this Friday coming up or next week.
Next week is when I can pay.
You know, I told you to pay $200 on January 7th and the rest by January 22 of 21, but I'm willing to let that go. But you cannot do this anymore.
Yes, sir.
How much you gonna have next Friday?
I can pay the whole thing next Friday.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Pay in full by February 24th. Okay? That's a week from Friday. You sure you can do this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, well, if you can't, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, or you come in like this on or before that due date. Honestly, I'm about as nice as you can be if you do that with me. You start ignoring me, I'm not gonna be kind next time, okay? All you gotta do is show a little bit of courtesy toward the criminal justice system.
Mhm.
Not me. All right, that's it. I
Okay.
get it. I give you credit for coming in. We'll work it out. But again, if you don't have the money, it's not a big deal. You just got to tell me. You got to go on and say, Judge, something happened. My furnace blew up. My engine went out.
Right.
I don't have the money to pay for heat or food, whatever. I'm going to be more than understanding, okay? Just don't ignore me. Next Friday, it's all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You coming in on this? Ms. Foley Carter, can I have you in on this?
Which is it?
It's that one I gave before.
Oh, no, I wasn't sure. Well, she can't come in, but she said Mike can adjourn that one. There she is, right there, Judge.
Okay, Heath Derek Peterson II, 238142717, A and B and C. All right, your appearance?
Caitlin Foley Carter on behalf of Brownstown Township, Your Honor.
So talk to me here. I'm not following this at all. I'm just not following it. You have a person under 21 with BAC because you adopted this motor vehicle code, right?
Right. I think what the problem was the minor in possession charge. I think when the officer went to issue, they checked the state box as opposed to the local box. So it's my understanding they reissued and the citation now reflects local. So that one will need to be dismissed by Mike.
So you're only dismissing the C file.
We're dismissing
Right.
the entire ticket.
Did you write that up for me? I want you to write it up because these are your cases, right?
I can't prosecute that one.
Well, no, wait a minute. You wrote, no, let me clarify that. I shouldn't say that. So to begin with, you need to tell these guys that I'm still completely, I don't want to sound dense here, but I am completely lost. You issued a complaint in this case. You authorized the warrant on February 6th. The complaint was issued on February 8th on this person under 21 with BAC file that I have in front of me. It's not a state ticket, right?
The MIP charge is.
Forget the MIP a second. I'm talking about the A and the B files are filed under local ordinance, are they not?
You can't.
I want to.
You can't split them. I've tried to explain it. So
I know. Let me
it
handle it.
all
Lisa.
came in as state.
We love mass confusion on this channel.
Uh-oh.
He calls her out. He makes her come. He makes her leave her office, and she has to come to. She has to approach the bench. Judge Dad is not happy at all, and he was in a mood today.
Come on in here, will you please?
Okay, Judge. Okay. Well, I don't get it. She signed. Did he say she signed a warrant? She issued it? Is she allowed to do that? I need clarification on that. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna Google that. That's worth a Google. Dun 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 dun. Look, she doesn't even want to come close. You're in timeout. Stevens would have put her in timeout. You're in timeout. Get over there. Get over there. You're in timeout. Get over there.
What on the face of this citation besides this MIP?
Okay, it was a complaint. Okay. Definitely, Samson.
How can I tell by looking at this citation, other than the 436-1703-1A, that these are written under state law as opposed to local ordinance? What?
When they went to input the case, they just marked it on the computer portion of it where they put it in, because otherwise we've adopted the MIP.
I know you have.
To local ordinance,
So I'm still, so when the officer input it,
yeah, that's correct.
but where does he indicate anywhere on this, I see what he did.
Those emojis are
I
sick.
see what he did. Okay. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. Now I get it. All right. I see what he did. So, but here's my issue then going forward. Why am I looking in a file that has a state charge that now has Ms. Foley Carter authorizing the warrant?
Right, it was supposed to be charged locally. So that.
Yeah, I know, but
Right.
Oh, he is not happy.
the citation was issued February 3. You authorized the warrant on February 6th. The citation simply checked the state law box. So I've got paperwork authorized by you on a charge that's filed under state law in this file. You see what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Am I making sense?
Yeah,
So the citations say state law. He doesn't. First of all, let's back it up here a second. You need to tell the officers they cannot dismiss or
Thank you, Robert.
ask us to dismiss by stipulation form a misdemeanor. They can't do that. I don't care I don't care if it was written in Tahiti, they can't do that.
Yes.
It has to be written, you're the one who has to move to dismiss. So initially, when I got these files, I told them to put it on the prosecutor's docket. I didn't quite understand what he was saying. Now I do, but why do I have a complaint and warrant on this file, in this file, authorized by you if it was filed under state law? Or are you telling me it should have gone under?
It should have been local.
So you're not asking me to dismiss, Mr. Kazak's asking me to dismiss.
That, yeah.
All right. All right, let me just make a note here. Dismissed. All right, I got it. Dismissed. Motion of state prosecutor. Are you gonna issue another citation now?
Very issue this time.
But
Hopefully.
but you're gonna authorize on that file now, right? Pardon?
I can do that. Have them signing complaints.
Well, you can't have them, you can't authorize a warrant on February 6th where the case, has it already been filed?
The citation?
Yeah.
Yes,
When was the citation issued?
I think yesterday or today.
Okay, so I can't have a complaint on a misdemeanor filed authorized by you 8-9 days before the citation is issued, right?
Sure.
You know, it's been happening with the insurance. I mean, I can understand why this would happen. I don't even hardly get any MIPs anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss all those cases. This is not on motion, Ms. Carter. Ms. Foley Carter. This is dismissed on motion of the state prosecutor, the county prosecutor. For the reason that the defendant will be charged under local ordinance. So I'll go ahead and dismiss all those. Thank you very much.
I'm dismissing everything. Get out of here. Now get back in your room. Get out.
Let's go.
Get out.
Justin Jamal Alexander, 22B1426368.
No show.
And failed to appear. We issue a bench warrant.
Nobody's showing up. Oh, he's getting PO'd.
You know,
Much
All right. So we're going to jump to,
Okay, give me just a second.
I don't know if you guys know, Judge West. Judge Raquel West out of Texas. She's usually nice, but today she was in a bad mood too. I don't know what was going on in Texas. She's throwing dudes in jail, but there were some serious charges with these guys. Let's sit back and relax.
He's on the wrong path. He's since being in jail, realized his mistakes. He wants to address the court more specifically about what he plans to do and why he thinks he can be successful in probation. But at this time, we're requesting that he be allowed to
What's up with specs? I thought I had some strong glasses.
remain on probation.
Yikes.
And to and then he will also plead to the new case to be put on probation, Judge. But he would like to address the court.
Okay, give me just a second. Oh, here it is. I found it. All right, Mr. Michael, go ahead.
yes, ma'am. I just wanted to get the opportunity to continue to be on probation. I know it doesn't look good.
I need you to listen. We have trouble hearing from your side, so I need you to speak. Get that microphone, pull it over to where it's right that way.
Right here. Can you hear me now?
Much better. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to continue to be on probation because I was changing my life around and I made a few mistakes, and I don't want to throw years of my life away behind, firearms and drugs. I just wanted to continue to get another chance to straighten my path up.
All right, Mr. Nichols.
Judge, while on probation for being a felon in possession of a firearm, he's in a car pulled over by state troopers on Halloween night with alcohol and a gun.
Whoa.
I'll refer to Officer Martinez's report. He's absconded twice from probation. He's misled probation about his drug habits and his drug use. It's obvious hasn't taken it seriously in the 5 or 6 years he's been on probation. This isn't his first MTRP. He was extended and had a 180-day jail sanction that was held in abeyance before. So I don't see how we can keep him on probation, expect him to be successful. And I'd made a recommendation on these cases for 5 years, and that's what I'd ask the court to do. Or on the one case before you.
I'm sorry.
I said on these cases, he hasn't pled to the new case, so it's just on the motion.
Okay.
One option may be to, give him the 180 days upfront time that was.
Well, he already had that. So here's the thing, Mr. Michael, you were given an opportunity. So you were placed on probation in April of 2017. And at that point on this case, which is possession of a firearm by a felon, you were given a 5-year deferred probation, which was a great deal considering you already had a felony conviction. Within 6 months, there was a motion to revoke your probation filed. And then it looks like in April of 18, I continued you on probation. I extended it 2 years. I gave you upfront 180 days. I even held that in abeyance. I didn't even make you do that at that point because you probably came in or said some of the same things you're saying now. I'm trying to get my life right. I'm doing all these things good. And then here we are, you're on probation for possession of a firearm by a felon, and you plead true to possessing a firearm again. You've absconded from probation twice, just blew it off, didn't go. So we don't know what all you were doing, right or wrong. At this time, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true, freely, and voluntarily. I'm going to find all of those counts true that you pled to. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you, let's see, actually, did I? So it was still the deferred. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of possession of a firearm by a felon. Sentence you to a term of 6 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. If you want to enter a plea in that other case, y'all can get that taken care of today, or we can reset it a couple of weeks and it will run concurrently. If you take care of that. If you don't, then you run the risk later of that being run consecutively. It's whatever you want to do. You will be handed later today the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed. So, this was not an agreement. So you do have some rights to appeal. They're limited. You can talk to Mr. Parker about that. Also, you will be handed, which is a little bit ironic, but I'm required to tell you, because of the judgment entered against you today, you are ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. I would hope that you would know this by now, but I'm not quite sure you do. Possession of a firearm could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long your ineligibility lasts, you can talk to your attorney. If y'all want to work on that other case today, that's fine. Or Mr. Parker, would you want us just reset a couple weeks?
Just give me a couple weeks, Judge. I got a bunch of them today.
Sure. All right. You can go back with the bailiff, sir.
Good to see you.
Will I be able to talk to you?
Huh? I'll come see you this week.
This week?
It doesn't sound any louder.
All right, are we ready for the humdinger? Are we ready for the humdinger? You better smash that like button after I show this one.
It's so much.
I better get it. I need a little more members going on here too. I need some more membership. What you're gonna about to see. Are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Are you kidding me? How does this judge let this happen? This goes on for like 20 minutes. His name is Doyle Shroom Chastain. He literally put Shroom in his name. Are you kidding me? Look at him. He's passed out. They comment on it too. I'm gonna jump. I'll jump because at every point in this video, he is sleeping, fast asleep, nodding out. Shroom, sweet Jesus, Shroom. Look at it. Oh my God. Oh. Look at him. He woke up. Oh God, I'm still on Zoom. Oh, it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. I'm having trouble getting the Zoom here. 1880. 1880.
And everybody's just going along with it. Could you imagine if that was Judge Bryant? Could you imagine if he was in Bryant's court with that?
Blight case, count 1, misdemeanor driving under the influence, subject to enhancement for excessive blood alcohol. Count 2, driving while having 0.08% or more by weight. And then that's subject to the same enhancement. And then count 3 as a hit and run property damage.
Look at him.
Mr. Echeverria, is it Eduardo Angel Echeverria? Yes. Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'm acknowledge receipt of the complaint.
Case. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a nice morning.
Court will appoint the public defender to represent you. Do you have an attorney?
I do not.
Would you like an attorney?
Yes.
Can you afford an attorney?
No.
Okay, the court will appoint the public defender to represent you. They're represented by Ms. Martin.
Okay.
Ms. Martin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll acknowledge receipt of the complaint ending in 4042, waive final reading and advisement of right.
The co-defendant case, either way, Mr. Martin, why don't you take it from here? This is an arraignment. What I just read to you, battery on a person, you're being charged with that crime.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so you have many rights.
Yeah.
And you have a chance to even ultimately bring it to trial, but we need to get you a lawyer. That's our first goal, okay? So why don't you just have a seat?
The judge hasn't even hasn't even sat down yet.
I can't. Who's on Zoom? Is there anyone on Zoom? Is there anyone on Zoom? Can't see him.
Yours.
Yes, there is.
What? The many faces of Shroom.
Seal.
Okay, now the judge is on. No, so now the judge is in.
There are. I do have some records
And
here from the
he's
City
like,
of Davis Fire Department.
whatever.
Were these subpoenaed by you or by the DA?
I don't think we subpoenaed those, so those might be the DA, Your Honor.
Ms. Harvey, were these your?
Um,
Should I open them up?
yes, Your Honor, and I just restarted my computer while we had the opportunity.
Mhm. All right, Mr. Chow, I'm going to open these up and take a look at who's subpoenaed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, it was the district attorney. Okay, any objection to releasing this to the district attorney, Mr. Cho?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, where are we? How are we proceeding on this case, Mr. Cho? First of all, is your client here?
No, Your Honor. I'm here 977. I did speak with the client. She's not quite ready to resolve this. I think that at this time we should move it up to pretrial at this point, Your Honor.
Okay, are you going to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll enter a plea of not guilty. Time is waived.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to get a copy of the discovery for the medical records as well, so I can review that. That may help in resolving the case, Your Honor.
That's so cool, Robert. That's awesome, dude.
I'm
Thank
trying
you.
to make sure I signed a qualified protective order for those records. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. No, maybe not. Maybe you didn't seek a qualified protective order, Ms. Harvey.
I did not seek, or I did not submit the
I remember
subpoena.
that.
My colleague, Mr. Figueroa did. So I'm not
I believe this was a single accident, so the only person that potentially could have been injured was my client, from what I understand, looking at the police reports. There doesn't seem to have been another victim.
Yeah, we'll just note for the record that you're not objecting to it anyway.
Yes, we're not objecting to it, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay. Time is waived, as I recall from our last. Well, if not, we'll just note, at least for this minute in order, that time is waived, and we will set this 4 weeks, Mr. Cho, or do you have a specific date you're looking for?
Was it March 15th, Your Honor?
Okay, well, does that work for you, Ms. Harvey?
That's fine.
Okay, I will assign this for all purposes to Department 10, Judge McAdam, and set it for a pre-trial conference on March 15th at 9 a.m. We'll just note the time is waived, that there was no objection to releasing the records
even
from
on the
the
Zoom
City
now,
of
look at
Davis Fire Department. And a plea of not guilty has been entered. All right, Mr. Cho, any
You
other
think he's
cases?
high. He's
No,
got.
Your Honor, just wondering, so how long do you think it'll be before we can pick up?
He's got to be high, right? At this point, look at his face. That's more than just tired. I mean, how does the judge not address this? I guess YOLO County. That ain't flying in Jersey, I'll tell you that much.
The discovery from the DA, Madam DA?
Drunk.
Let's see. I believe.
Well,
I can order the discovery today, and then it's just as soon as they notify you, it should not take very long. And then it's up to your office to come and pick it up.
Yes, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Cho. Was that your only case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any other attorneys online? Okay, I'll call these, try to do it in alphabetical order.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day, Your Honor.
Oh, one question. I apologize,
day.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Cho, who do you want us to direct this discovery
I love Mr.
request
Cho.
to?
Oh, Law Officer Christopher Parkhurst.
Mr. Cho, I think your client, oh, I'm sorry, keep going.
Should that be to you, Mr. Cho, or another attorney? Or just a general notice?
He's being charged with 1 count battery on person. And we just got it so far as the public defender telling me that they represent the co-defendant, so.
Is there a date that the co-defendant is being?
But see, what I don't get is he has an aerial view. So does he have that phone clipped to something? Is he holding it? Because, I mean, if you have your phone, what's going on there? He's like got an aerial view. Shroom's got all angles covered, except the staying awake part.
I had that exact same question.
February 16th.
You do, Judge? Yeah, me
it's
too.
tomorrow.
Same question.
Yeah, tomorrow. She has a number of cases upstairs tomorrow.
Where? I beg your pardon? I have something else tomorrow. I have to be in Sacramento. For something actually that happened to me.
Doesn't matter about case.
That,
Yeah, we'll
there he is. He
continue,
popped up again. Who? Did he call my name? Who?
Complete the arraignment.
Call my
It's in
name?
Department 8.
For me.
So that would be Mr. Gorman's department. And
Has the co-defendant been arraigned on this case?
I'm trying to look it up. I restarted my
Hey,
computer
it's
because
Shroom.
it wasn't letting me check that. Just 1 second.
get some room here. Yeah, so I can use the podium. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
It
was
looks like
thinking.
she has not been arraigned on this particular
There's
case, but
again.
it's set in our system tomorrow.
Your address.
If we have her, then she must have been.
I think she probably had an earlier court date and
And then just-
probably got arraigned on this case, right?
That sounds accurate. If we already represented her on other matters, then we probably just took a appointment on this early.
January 18th. In Department 8.
Mhm. And then he's got a pentagram on his
Okay,
forearm.
Well, Mr. Nelson, how do you want to proceed on this one?
Well, Mr. Card is indicating that he can't be here tomorrow. What was the purpose of your appointment in Sacramento? Of course,
Yes.
he has a court in Sacramento tomorrow. So what I would ask is, since he's out of custody with the time
Finally,
waiver,
somebody
that
said
we put arraignment over in Department 8, at least 2 weeks. So Mr. Gorman. can get up to speed.
Gargoyle.
Okay, so not enter a plea at this time.
Not
Just-
under any plea at this time, and that way we don't start any clocks.
Okay. 2 weeks, you said?
Yes, Sean, please, the court.
All right, I will set this in Department 8 on March 1st at 9 a.m. for further arraignment. Mr. Card, I am ordering you back at that time and place. You will be represented by Rob Gorman, who
He's dressed better than 98% of all Zoom court appearances throughout the day. He's probably the best dressed guy, defendant, all day.
is on the conflict panel.
Definitely.
Okay.
I am releasing you subject to, on your own recognizance, subject to obeying all laws. And then,
And you're
Ms. Harvey, we have a victim here.
well, he's verifying.
Have
that
you,
with court minutes so that if you're stuck.
You've been in touch with them?
Our office has not received any response regarding further services, so at this time I would not be seeking a CPO.
That's kind of important.
Okay.
The court put that down.
Okay, Mr. Card, you're to simply obey all laws, and I'm ordering you back on March 1st at 9 a.m. in Department 8, and you have your attorney. We aren't entering a plea at this time, but we'll see what happens then. Okay, good luck to you. Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Nelson, there's another case that I think,
Here we go.
at least, yeah, Ms. Landers is on.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to call that with the assumption that it's a conflict panel case. Mr. Chastain? Doyle Chastain? I'm going to call your cases here.
Yeah, I'm here. Doyle Chastain. I'm here.
I
hear me?
President accounted
I
for.
hear you.
Okay.
Calling up your cases here.
There you go. That's for him and this is for you.
Look at Shroom's got hair face. Yes,
This
I'm
is
here.
on for further arraignment in 2 matters, and then there's another case in which you're on some sort of diversion.
Sure you call him, okay?
The conflict counsel, and I think Ms. Landers specifically was appointed at least in 4914, but I don't think technically we have an appointment in your other 2 cases, but either way, Mr. Nelson is here. He works with Ms. Landers, okay?
Okay.
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 Miss, this may be one where we have to actually have Ms. Landers, because what happened at the last?
I believe at the last court date, I sent the global offer to Miss Landers. We spoke, we had the bench warrant held, I believe, until today. So if she's available, it might be best for her to come down to move the matter along.
Yeah. You know she's available, Mr. Nelson.
I believe she's up in.
What up, Cha?
Mr. Chastain, I think we're gonna wait for, I think this is one we're gonna actually need the specific attorney that you've been working with, okay? Mr. Nelson, sort of just standing in for the entire conflict panel, but I think we actually need Ms. Landers on this one. So why don't you just wait, be patient, and we'll come back to your case, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ms. Cervantes Barajas.
Does he fall asleep
Good
again,
morning.
ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, you're being arraigned today on a traffic related matter. You were in Department 2, it looks like, but then it got moved here because you have a misdemeanor case. This is a citation. You're being accused of an infraction of driving without a license, and then a misdemeanor of driving the wrong way on a divided highway. You have a right to an attorney in both these matters, and on the misdemeanor, you have a right to an attorney. One, if you can't afford one, one would be supplied to you from the public defender's office at no cost to you. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Okay. Would you like an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you afford an attorney?
No.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. It's Miss Martin. She's in court. You can see her on table A, YOLO court. I just want to caution you that you have a right to remain silent, one of your many rights that you have. So just be cognizant of that as we have a discussion here. It's always a little challenging, to be honest, with when you have a client that's on Zoom and a lawyer that's in the courtroom. So just be cognizant of that, okay?
Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Martin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll acknowledge receipt of the citation ending in 13649, waive formal reading and advisement of rights. Ms. Barasas, I do want to have a private conversation with you. So there's two options. One, you can call the front desk of my office and give them your phone number, and I can call you when we take a break. Or if you're comfortable putting a number out there, you can do that, but we are on Zoom and there are other people that can get your number. So I recommend option one, but it's up to you.
Okay. I'll call the front desk.
Okay, so let me know when you're ready for that phone number.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's 530-666-8165.
Okay. And then I just ask for you, or that goes directly to you?
Just call them and tell them that you're in court right now in Department 1 and that Ms. Martin asked for your contact information, and they'll update it for me. You can log off while you make that call. You'll just need to log back on after I call you, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. You can call them now.
Okay, this is on for an arraignment on two matters.
What up, Mikey boy?
Case ending 0200 and case ending 0139. On the 6th, you had actually asked for it to be calendared, and then as I recall, you did not appear. And so I think it just got continued. I think there may be an active warrant here, so I'll recall all warrants, and I'm going to arraign you on these cases, okay?
Okay.
So in the first case that I'll call, it's 0139. You're being accused of driving with a
One of the 14601 point.
Mr. Chastain on that, that's gonna resolve it.
Okay.
Oh, no. He was arraigned.
Okay,
He just hasn't entered a plea.
so I got that left for nothing.
Okay.
Well, it's the continuance.
Oh,
That's what
I'm
the
sorry,
vote is
but
for.
Over.
Miss Landers can't be here. It's just one. And
You're
not on a
making fun of
Wednesday.
him.
Your Honor,
He has
not
no
on a
idea.
Wednesday.
Yeah, you're saying 2 weeks?
2 weeks, but not on a Wednesday.
Okay, Mr. Chastain, I do apologize. It looks like you did get arraigned, which is where you're sort of formally told what you're being accused of, given an attorney and all that. So, but you haven't entered a plea, which was what was causing some confusion to the court, at least, because it says further arraignment here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to continue these matters 2 weeks. Okay. So you've got 3 matters on. You've got the 4914 matter and then the 2 newer cases, if you will, 0714 3859. I'm going to continue all these 2 weeks to a Tuesday. Okay. We're not putting it on a Wednesday. It's going to be February 28th at 9 a.m. in this department. Okay.
Okay.
I'm writing it down for you guys.
We're going to
February
relabel
9 a.m.
the 2 newer cases as plea or set.
Okay.
Shroom.
And then we'll just keep the other one as a review.
That's Pacific Standard
Sounds like,
Time.
Mr. Chastain, there may have been some offer. Sounds like there's some conversation between your attorney, Ms. Landers, and the DA. We'll try to sort of figure that all out on the 28th, okay?
Which case did I enter a plea in?
You haven't entered, the two newer cases you haven't entered a plea in. There is an older case that I think is in diversion. So you, that was the driving with suspended license.
Okay,
And
okay,
on that one, I presume that you did not enter a plea, but either way, you're sort of in this diversion. So
okay, I understand.
diversion is where if you complete
Then it gets thrown
the
out.
program, the whole case gets dismissed. Okay, so it's not really critical right now for us to determine, but it doesn't look like you entered a plea in that one, but
I
it's not
understand.
critical for today. Either way, you have an attorney, Ms. Landers, and Mr. Nelson has spoken for her. We're continuing it to February 28th at 9 a.m. You're ordered to appear, Mr. Chastain. That's been a problem in the past, as I understand it with you, as I recall from last time you weren't here. So you really have to make it to court on February 28th at 9 a.m. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Nelson?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Cannot believe
Does
that
that mean
one.
does that mean I cannot appear via Zoom? Because like at the moment I have COVID.
You can appear via Zoom, and
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
That it happens, you know.
It happens.
Well, it's happening a lot lately. Yeah. All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Nelson, do you have any other cases?
No, Your Honor, I just, I didn't know lying on the couch and a pillow was an option, but I would love to be able to do that myself.
Yeah. Counsel, do you have a case?
I have so many cases.
They love it. I love Judge Volk. Okay, ready?
All
Next
right.
clip. Next clip. We have a. Can you guess why I hit record? As soon as you see it, please point it out.
Time set for pretrial. So, Mr. Malaro, how do you wish to proceed with Mr. Hill today?
Your Honor, I'd ask to adjourn these matters. Mr. Bayonetto had sent me a plea offer, but I was not available yesterday to review it in depth and or to get a hold of Mr. Hill about it. So I'd ask to adjourn this out.
All right, so Mr. Hill, Mr. Malaro is going to want to meet with you. So I can set this out to the 22nd or to March 15th.
Could we do March 15th, Judge?
All right, so Mr. Hill, I'm going to adjourn this out to March 15th.
Why does anyone acknowledge that he has a bike helmet on? Why? Is it us? Or is that just like, whoa? What are you doing?
8:30 in the morning for a pretrial conference. Mr. Malaro at that time probably set a trial date if it doesn't get resolved. So Mr. Hill, same number, and just call back in on March 15th at 8:30 in the morning for your next pretrial. And Mr. Malaro, you do the stip in order to adjourn.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hill. You have a good day. You're all set. You can disconnect. All right, we have someone on a Galaxy phone.
Plea as charged
Okay.
on counts 1 and 2. And counsel as to sentencing.
Any other case be dismissed, Your Honor?
Yes, already, I indicated that.
All right. Your Honor, my client is a full-time employee. She works 2 jobs, in fact. One, she's a DoorDash driver when she has a valid driver's license. And also, she works for an affiliate of Ford Motor Company. She makes about $16.10 an hour as a subcontractor. And Your Honor, she's not on probation or parole. She has no other matters pending. We'd ask the court to consider finding costs in this matter, Your Honor. Give her time to pay those finding costs. She was a high school graduate, single with no children.
Okay.
Is that correct, ma'am?
So why is your license suspended, ma'am?
I'm paying tickets.
One ticket or multiple tickets?
I think it's one.
Okay, and so what jurisdiction is that?
What court? Way up.
Yes, sounds bad in Wyandotte.
Okay.
24th district, right?
And so what, like, what's your plan on taking care of that?
We want to pay it. It just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Okay, ma'am. Until it's all paid, you can't drive.
Say yes or no?
Yes.
And, I mean, you were driving, you got pulled over, and then pretty much said, oh, I don't care, because then 10 days later, you pulled over for the same darn thing. I'm going to presume you drove here tonight.
She
Your
drove
Honor,
here.
my client answered that is I do not want her to terminate, so she promised me that she has a ride on the way to give her a ride home. Is that correct, ma'am?
Here is what I'm going to indicate, ma'am. What I'm unclear of is what you don't understand about, you don't have the privilege to drive right now. Driving in the state of Michigan is a privilege. You do not possess that because you did not pay what you were supposed to pay. And yet you're continuing to drive even after you get pulled over, and then you drive yourself to court knowing you do not have a valid license. There darn well better be somebody on the way to pick you up because somebody will be watching. And if you're in that driver's side vehicle, if you're in the driver's seat of that vehicle and you are driving, you will be arrested.
Understand, ma'am?
So what, how are you working as a DoorDash driver if you don't have a valid license?
I was. I don't do it now.
At the time.
So where are you working now?
I work at, it's Fort. I do mom. It's not that.
Where are they located?
They're located around.
So how do you get back and forth to work, ma'am?
So my boyfriend.
So you signed this financial affidavit here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you filled this all out yourself?
Yes.
And I'm really quite confused as to where you live. And also, well, where do you live? Southgate or Roseville?
I stayed in Southgate. And I don't stay in Southgate. I stay in That's my mom.
So what address do you want your mail sent to, ma'am? The Roseville address?
So let me get this straight. You are now living with your mom in Roseville. You're getting a ride, you say, every day for work to Brownstown.
Well, I just started. I just started at that job.
Okay. And when did you begin?
I start actually this month.
Okay, so you haven't started yet.
Yeah.
Please spell the name of your street.
To my Bel Air, Eellea.
Oh, that's what that says. Okay. Okay, and so how long has it been since you've been doing DoorDash?
Like 2 years.
You've done it for 2 years, or you haven't been doing it for the last 2 years?
Oh, she said I don't have, I haven't been doing it.
How long? Yes. When did you stop DoorDashing? You said you stopped DoorDashing.
Like last year sometime.
So then on this financial affidavit or monthly income, why would you indicate DoorDasher? And you work 30 hours per week currently?
That's the only income that I make. It's still a job.
Not earning at this point, rather, because you can't drive.
I'm just going to pause it for a second. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to address it. I have to be literally the most polarizing person in the law tube community at this point. It's either you absolutely love me or you think I'm if you think I'm unoriginal, not a lawyer, you hate me, whatever. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do what I need to do because I've only been on for 2 weeks and I already have membership. So I'm doing what I'm going to do because I'm just being me. So I don't know of any other format because if it's any other format, then you can get in trouble for copyright and all that other stuff. So I'm just going to be me. I'm going to do what I need to do. If you don't enjoy my energy, I apologize. You're more than welcome to stay and enjoy the material. But I am on recording, getting my own stuff every day. I get no help. So I'm doing what I'm doing. If you love me, you love me. If you love me, show me some love. Hit the like button, join, become a member, hit the super chat, the stickers, do whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to keep being me. J Girl, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the comments, but I got to be me.
Well, you indicated you're earning about $900 a month from your job.
Are you still getting that money, even though you're not working? That's incorrect, Your Honor. That's incorrect.
Well, okay, so did you notice on the bottom of the first page, it said in bold, it says warning. There's a felony to intentionally submit false information to a court. The maximum penalty is 15 years in prison.
Your Honor, I think she truly neglected to say that she was not.
Live, Mikey.
When she was working, there was a potential that it was, but now she doesn't have that.
You would have put 0.
You want to correct it to read 0, man?
All right, and the court's going to indicate on the driving while license suspended, $500 fine, $200 cost. Crime victim assessment fee, $75, justice system assessment
Welcome,
fee,
Golden
$50.
Girl.
Then it's an unregistered vehicle. The court's going to indicate $100 fine, $100 cost. Crime victim fee, $75, justice system assessment fee, $50. So $325. So a total between both of these. Is $1,150. So it's $825 for the driving license suspended, $325 for the unregistered motor vehicle. And so, ma'am, you are beginning work Monday?
Yes or no?
All right. How much do you believe you will be able to pay once you start receiving your paychecks?
You want it a week or per month?
Per month.
Per month, and what day works best?
Okay. So I will indicate 100, do you have anything to pay today? Okay, $100 per month. I'm going to have this begin March 30th and the 30th of every month thereafter, okay?
Yes or no?
That would be sufficient? Would you agree? Okay. Stop driving, ma'am.
Stop driving. Stop driving, ma'am.
And then-
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then we are calling the matter of the city, Wyandotte versus Ryan McEwen, 22.
All right, this next one, this kid really struck a chord with me, man. This kid, this is serious. This is a good one. Pay attention to this one, guys.
Ordered for random testing, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And the most recent test for you, sir, showed on February 2nd that you would be positive for marijuana. When's the last time you used the marijuana, sir?
This poor kid's gonna cry. Oh, I feel so bad for this kid. Today, Junior. Oh, this poor kid. Can't.
question? When was the last time you used marijuana? So I'm asking you this question not to have you charged with any additional charges, but to fashion a sentence that's appropriate for you. So the Fifth Amendment would not be appropriate in this situation, because I'm not intending for other charges to be brought against you. Would it be yesterday? Today?
There we go. Good job, kid.
My question is, when's the last time you used marijuana? A while. Well, a while as in 2 days ago, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago. What's a while? Okay. So you are 14. Where do you obtain the marijuana from?
Now she's shaking him down.
And don't tell me you don't know.
Who'd you get it from?
Random people.
She's gonna bring out the spoon. Can hit him with a spoon.
Do you work? And so these random people, do you know these random people? And so you have to buy this marijuana from these random people, correct? So if you're not working, where do you obtain the money from? Your mother.
Sorry about that, guys.
Does she know
I
she's
don't know what I was
giving you
doing.
money for marijuana?
I wasn't high when I did this. I promise.
You have to be louder, sir. Louder. And so what do you tell her you need the money for? Then how do you get the money? And is this your mom here? Okay, yeah, if you can step up, please.
She calls mom up. Where does he get the weed, mom? Are you driving him to get the reefer?
No, that's okay.
The devil's lettuce, the hashish.
Okay. I think any age can be grandma age anymore, so.
Yes, ma'am.
If you can please, good morning. If you could please state and spell your first and last names for the record, please.
Yes. Jane McEwen, MC, capital EWAN.
Okay. And you are Ryan's mom, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so do you give Ryan money every day?
I'm pretty generous. When he goes to school, I'll give him spending money for stopping at Subway after school. And so, yeah, mostly I ignorantly have been doing that.
Well, you might want to try a different route for Mr. Ryan to get food.
Yes, Your Honor.
Perhaps you can DoorDash it to your house, or he can just, I don't know, but.
DoorDash the reefer?
He's 14 and he's buying marijuana for people he doesn't even know. Which, quite frankly, Ryan, is a huge risk. You don't know what's in there. I mean, you hear the stories of marijuana being laced with things, other drugs being laced with things, specifically fentanyl. Do you realize that they're cutting marijuana with fentanyl now? I'm sorry? And so what do you think would happen if you ingested that fentanyl? Oh, yeah. Yes. And so knowing that, you're still risking your life purchasing marijuana from individuals you don't know. Okay, so why do you find it necessary to use marijuana at 14? And do not tell me I don't know. That's not an acceptable answer because you do know.
May I say something to him?
In just one moment.
Sorry.
That's okay. You enjoy it. What about it do you enjoy? Okay, and so how does it make you feel? Different, calm, different, excited, different. I mean, please be specific. Okay, so when you don't use marijuana, how do you feel? Sad? Okay. Have you participated in any counseling or
yes.
therapy?
She's the first one to help me out. If you haven't seen Credence and Bishop,
There's nothing wrong with that, sir.
they're one of the reasons why I got into this.
Have you participated in any counseling or therapy? So it seems as though Ryan would benefit greatly from that. Number one, self-medicating, Ryan, isn't the best idea. And it's illegal for you with what you're self-medicating with, between the alcohol and the marijuana. And so have you been feeling sad for a while? Is there anything in particular that makes you feel sad?
Jay girl, you're welcome back anytime.
And Ms. McEwen, I'm going to presume, and this could be a wrong presumption, that Ryan is not asked to go to therapy or counseling.
You're correct.
Okay. Have you observed Ryan being more withdrawn or sad or anything like that?
What do you think?
Not particularly.
Look at him.
Okay.
I mean, truthfully, I have a lot of pain from injuries. I'm lying down in my bed most of the time. So that could, you know, I mean, just maybe loneliness.
Okay. Does that frustrate you, Ryan? Okay. And I can understand that, and I'm sure it frustrates your mom. But I will say that there's a lot of room for understanding and options for communication or activities or things like that between the two of you. So there's a 15-week course, okay? It's called Recover Now. Recover Now. And so it's free of charge. There's no charge. And so it's 3 5-week sessions. And so Ryan, I think you would benefit greatly from that session, from that program. You're saying no? Why are you saying no?
Does he go?
Oh, okay, all right. But I also think, Mom, that you need to check into where Ryan can go for individual counseling or therapy and possibly some family sessions between the two of you.
Fortunately, Your Honor, we're well insured.
That's good.
BCBS and yes, Medicaid, so.
Yes. So, even though he's going to be participating in this Recover Now program, I would like for you to start calling immediately to get an appointment, because the intake appointments are sometimes taking a little bit of time to get. So that way there won't be much lapse between his program and counseling.
May I ask a question, Your Honor?
Yes.
First place you referred to, the program, where is that located?
So, they have a location, it's in Detroit, but from what I understand, there's a session in person and then a session on, 1 or 2 sessions online, when he's doing that. So, but that's something they will coordinate with you, in June.
Okay, or I could set it up privately, private counseling.
No, the private
Is
counseling.
that going to be mandatory?
The private counseling is in addition to this Recover Now. Okay, so because I'm watching Ryan and I don't think you like where you're at right now, but you don't really know how to get to where you want to be. Are you feeling like that? Okay. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So. It's gonna be that 15-week course. It's gonna be the 15-week course, and then, you okay? Let's see. Okay. And then we will, also have the, and then you're going to start counseling, checking in the counseling and signing up an appointment for Ryan. Okay.
The reason I asked is because I'm in bad shape and, you know, like getting them to where he needs to be.
Yes, well, and that's something that you can communicate with, the program coordinator, and because other people.
Okay, so now let's roll to, let's see.
And state your full name for the record.
Kyla McCall.
Where's my Bryant emojis at? Where's my Bryant emojis at?
Oh, why my screen share was blank? What happened to my thing? That's weird. Okay, today is the date set. Or
First of all, what's going on with Michaela McCall's head? Is that, I don't know, it looks like a TikTok filter or something going on there.
hold on. What happened to my for an arraignment as to each defendant, counsel?
Your Honor, we waived the formal reading and both my clients would just stand mute.
Court is going to. Okay, there. Enter not guilty pleas on behalf of each defendant. And whoops, I'm so sorry. Okay, and I will set the matters for pretrial conference. Court will set a pretrial conference.
I will be out of the country on the 3rd.
Let me see. See?
Sorry, guys.
As to Ms. Brady.
No objection to the.
Zoom. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank
You too, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Counsel, I'm sorry, can you state your P number again? So did you file an appearance?
I'm gonna email him right now, Judge.
Okay.
55118.
Thank you. All right, thank you, counsel. Everyone have a great day. Stay safe.
You too.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Defendants P number 55118.
Mute and state your full name for the record.
Mariah Vanetta Bracy, MARIAH.
No, ma'am, don't spell it, just say it. Ms.
Spelling
McCall,
her name.
please unmute and state your full.
Here we go.
The court will we'll call the Linda Wiltsey matters 22T12072 and 22T12073.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Ms. Wiltsey, please unmute your device and state your name, ma'am. Ms. Wiltsey, you are still muted, ma'am. You have to hit the button to unmute the device.
I go by Underwood. It's hyphenated Underwood Wiltsey, so but I go by Underwood. If you don't mind. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Your Honor, we're here again on the formal hearing for blight issue at the residence. I believe my notes reflected we actually took testimony the last time, and then I think the court was going to take it under advisement or
Take it under advisement to see where we were when we got back here. If you could give me some update on where we are with the property, I would appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. So the information I have is that the gold van with flat tires has been removed. However, there's still trash at the curb, broken, several totes, broken wood and plastic items, totes and trash along the driveway, side yard, and hundreds of totes in rear yard, rusted household items in driveway and porch, metal bed frame that was out front is now within the rear yard. So there's some progress, but it's not in compliance.
Ms. Wiltsey, how come you haven't gotten it in compliance, ma'am?
Well, the garbage that's out by the road, I call the waste management. They're picking it up Friday as a special load. And the car has been removed. Some of the things, most of the things in the front of the garage have been put in the garage. I don't have it done totally. And there's not hundreds of totes, but there are totes that are out there that I cleaned out, and that's the stuff that's out there, some of it. And my garbage can is full, and it's just been me by myself trying to do this. And I went out and hired these kids, and they quit on me after taking the money. They quit on me, and and then I lost my keys in the snow while I was out there trying to help them, and I had to break into my house, and then I lost the keys to my car and had to call a salesman. So it took up some of those days just trying to deal with them. And then with the snowstorm, I just couldn't do anything. I just couldn't. And it's just me. I'm trying, and I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. I know they're still out there, those totes, but I was going to put them in the garage today. That was my goal for today, to get them done before I even come here. But you can see the weather, and it's cold and everything. And I started getting sciatica, so I couldn't even go out there for days. And I've had sciatica before, and it was the worst pain I've ever had in my entire life, all combined. So I try to treat that myself without going to the doctor, just rest and massage it. So I've had a really hard time. I'm trying. I want to clean it up. Like I said before, I had the prettiest yard, not there, but when I lived in Belleville, of 700 houses, I'm telling you, I had the most beautiful yard. And I'm trying. I'm really trying. And I just need maybe a week, because now the weather's nice and I can get out there. It was a snowstorm, as you know, and I couldn't even get out there all the time. And then I was worried about my keys. I had to get that solved. I couldn't find my keys. I had to break into my house and all that. It's just hard. I don't have no help and no family down here at all to help me. And then those kids took off.
Ms.
They
Wiltsey,
did some, but they took off afterwards.
Ms. Wiltsey, I gave you time between then and now, and I hear everything that you're saying. And what I'm trying to prevent is for the township having to come out and clean this up, because it's going to cost you a whole lot more money if they.
Just give me a week, because it's going to be nice weather. Today's not nice, and tomorrow's supposed to rain all day, but the weekend is supposed to be beautiful. just please give me just till next Wednesday, and I promise you I'll have it so clean. I just need some warm days.
Mr. Barnett,
Now, she's probably calling from a library, and that's because her house is probably a hoarded mess. So she probably has no internet, no computer, no electricity, other than rats, cats, robots, and bats.
My sciatica, by just laying a massage, it's better. So thank God for that. I just need a week because it's going to be nice. Not today or tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, but I hear it's going to be nice.
Mr. Barnett.
Your Honor,
I want it cleaned up.
She's sick from her house. That's why she's coughing. How ironic that she wears a mask outside, but all the germs is where she's living.
I mean, she has made some progress. I'll say that, but it's still not in compliance. I mean, I suppose we could have an order issued directing her to clean the property, and if not done on a certain date, by a certain date, then the township would have authority to go in and clean it at her expense. That way, I guess we wouldn't be kicking the can down the road any further. But it would give her that one final chance.
All right. I'm going to order that it be cleaned by March 1st, 2023. If it's not cleaned by that date, then the township can come in and clean it.
I understand. That'd be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Judge Washington's the best.
And I am finding how much are these tickets?
They're $100, Your Honor. I mean, I think we would be okay with waiving the fines if she brings it in compliance.
What I'm going to do is I'll order that you have it clean and done by March the 1st, or the township may do that. And then if it's not, and then we need to come back regarding the fines. Mr. Barnett, do you want me to set a date, or do you want to just call the court and schedule a date for?
Why don't we just set a date?
All right, then let's set it for, because you'll need some time to get it done. I'll set it for March 29th.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you.
No. You need to have it done by March 1st, ma'am.
Oh, March 1st.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're coming back here in the event it's not done to talk about what the additional fines and fees are going to be.
Oh,
okay. March 29th, 2023 at 10. If you get it done, then no one has to come back here on that date. Okay. Or just Mr. Barnett will show up and tell me that everything's all taken care of. So, all right.
Try to get that done, ma'am. It's the judge's rate. It's a lot less expensive if you do it. So
I know, and it's getting nice, and it's not nice today, and it's not nice tomorrow, but I will do some things today even, but it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so, but I think it's getting nice now, and I can work out there without extra struggle, but it's just me. It's just me doing it, just me.
I understand. That's why I'm giving you some additional time.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take
Thank
care,
you.
Ms. Wilson. All right. Bye. All right, I am going to call the Graham matters at this time. Okay. In the amount of 5,000, 10%.
Okay.
In case number 15W002391B.
We didn't do anything else. Need to ask him. Good morning. What is your name?
Good morning. My name is Defendant Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, would you please kind of lean forward? If there's that microphone right there, I need you to speak loudly and clearly into it so we can hear you. This is cause number 36552 on Datavian Jackson.
There's no paperwork, Judge. I think we need to go through the motion, but I'd like to inform the court. I've talked to him at length about his case. He keeps wanting to refer to some other cases that were dismissed, and this one should have been dismissed. And that he went to ISF, but he was told he didn't have to complete ISF. That's why we have no agreement.
I I had a question about my cases.
So listen, pull your mask down and then speak loudly and clearly into that microphone. But here's the thing. So Mr. Jackson, you're on probation for one case. It's for a theft of a
Yes,
firearm.
ma'am. They dropped. I had a question. They dropped 2 of my cases, time served, and the other case that
Time served, baby.
was from that same action, and it has
Name
something
drop.
to do with one of the cases.
Listen to me, Mr. Jackson. None of that matters right now to me at all. So you were placed on probation for this case back in
Yes, ma'am.
October of last year. So maybe some other cases were dismissed, but you entered a plea of guilty on this case, and I put you on probation. I sent you to ISF, and they're saying that you didn't complete it. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to raise your right hand first so that I can swear you in, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. And so what we're going to do, Mr. Jackson, is I'm going to go through this motion, and then you're going to enter pleas of true or not true if you violated your probation, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. Mr. Parker, will he waive the formal reading of that motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
So again, Mr. Jackson, you were placed on probation October 26th of 2022 for the offense of theft of a firearm, and that was a 4-year deferred adjudicated probation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so it says in here that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you did not successfully complete the the ISF cognitive track. Is that true or not true?
True.
Okay. Count 2 alleges that you didn't give them verification or probation verification of completing your community service hours. Is that true or not true?
I've been in jail.
All right, I'm just going to put not true on that one. Count 3 alleges that you have failed to pay your court assessed fees as you were supposed to. And then as of October 26th of 2022, you were $1,750 behind. Is that true or not true?
I came back to jail, and they didn't say nothing about they didn't say nothing about the fines and stuff. I went to court.
Have you paid any fees or fines or any money at all?
Not yet.
Okay, so we'll put true there. Obviously, I know you've been incarcerated. So did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 and 3 freely and voluntarily?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to find that you entered those pleas of true freely and voluntarily. Mr. Parker, is there any evidence that Mr. Jackson's not competent?
No, Your Honor.
So what I'm going to do, Mr. Jackson, is reset your case so that the probation department can do an updated report. That's going to give me more information about you, what's been happening since I placed you on probation, and then we will come back later. And that's the date that I'll determine what to do. If I leave you on probation, if I revoke your probation, send you to prison, a probation will come out and talk to you before then, okay?
They dropped the 2 cases that they dropped. They left 1 case. And I was supposed to either get that case dropped or be on probation for it. I was waiting to get out to go to work.
Okay, you're on probation. I already told you those other cases don't matter. Maybe they did drop some cases, but you pled guilty to this case. I have 1 case in front of me. It's a theft of a firearm. It's a state jail felony. You were put on probation for it last October.
Okay, so my question is, so they kept the theft, but they dropped the possession of a firearm. But they said they dropped the time served.
I don't care if they dropped a case. You're on probation for the theft. So you have to follow the rules of probation. Go back with the bailiff.
Get back. Get back.
Unagreed. Go back with the bailiff.
Get out. Get out. You're in timeout. Timeout. Texas judge, timeout.
Let's be the one.
Get out. Love it.
Yes.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I love her. I love her. Oh, I love her. See you later. All right. I got a good one. All right. Judge Dad up next, baby. Judge Dad. Here we go. And he is PO'd at some guy who's suing Bank of America. He's suing Bank of America. But he's really not suing Bank of America. All right. Here we go. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go.
Are the parties ready on Bank of America versus Shanley?
Sure. This is Mr. Shanley, Judge.
Bank of America versus Patrick A. Shanley, 22T3301GC. Mr. Shanley, your name.
Patrick Shanley.
Counsel, good morning, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Werber, P67124 on behalf of the plaintiff.
So I need to refresh my recollection while we're talking here. The plaintiff, Bank of America, sued Mr. Shanley. This was brought to my attention by the civil clerk some time ago, maybe a month ago. And she informed me that a counterclaim had come in and that she issued a summons. And obviously, if it was a true and accurate counterclaim, and I'm not talking about the propriety of the suit, I'm talking about the civil procedure involved, it wouldn't be a counterclaim when you're suing third parties. I'm trying to think of how all this went down, but I can tell you that I then was told that your office or somebody, whoever the counter defendants or third party defendants were, was upset. And I told her to go ahead and set it for a pretrial with the hope I could work this out. How do I say this, Mr. Shanley? And now I've got pleadings all over with different captions on them. I mean, I'm just, but it appears as though this one received February 2nd, although I received another one. I got captions all over different, it looks like. Look, what is the nature of this debt, Mr. Werber? What is it? What is this? Just a credit card?
Yep, it's a Bank of America credit card with the deficiency balance. Nothing more than that. The defendant filed a counterclaim apparently against Bank of America, which he can do if he wants. But then there's these summons issued against myself and other attorneys in my office that are not parties to the initial lawsuit. He calls it a counterclaim. There's no third-party complaints filed.
Yeah, you got a mess going on here.
Correct, Your Honor. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Listen. Do you mind telling me what the nature of your claim is? I haven't had a chance to go through this file.
Basically, okay, I sent a dispute letter to Bank of America. Okay, I alleged that maybe the contract they were going out.
Yes.
Outside of the contract.
It's a credit card, right?
Right. I don't have a copy of it. I don't remember.
Why are you suing lawyers that are representing the plaintiff? Under what theory of liability?
Sir, I may have made a mistake
Well,
there.
you did, it sounds like, make a mistake.
But
here's the thing I want you to
they put their name on it.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
This is a mess. It's a mess. It is a mess. And I'm only telling you there's something how do I word this? I'm being delicate and kind. This is the best forum in the world that you're in right now.
Mhm.
Judicial branch versus any branch in this country, I'll take us 10 times over. And in my view, best branch of government in the best country in the world. But with that comes certain responsibilities. We don't just start suing people. We don't just start suing people. This is not a game. Maybe you have the greatest cause of action in the history of American jurisprudence. I don't know. But if you're going to play lawyer, you better make sure you're doing it right. Because I'm not the type to just sit idly by if I think that somebody's filing frivolous lawsuits. In other words, court rules permit me, if I find that somebody's advancing a frivolous defense or a frivolous claim, to sanction the party who's advancing the frivolous lawsuit or defense, as the case may be. And that means imposition of attorney fees. That means if these people got to go out and start hiring lawyers, and lawyers are not cheap, it's expensive. And it's not right that somebody should have to hire a lawyer, or frankly, even to do their own work, if there's no validity to the lawsuit. Now, I want to repeat, I haven't read this. I don't know what it's about. You don't just start suing lawyers. You can sue lawyers like you can sue anybody else. I don't mean to put it that way. You don't just start suing parties. My doctor isn't as nice as I expect him to be. I don't sue him unless I have a viable cause of action. Now, what is your viable cause of action against the lawyers that are representing Bank of America? Do you mind telling me?
Okay, so
I want to hear this succinctly.
I disputed on March 30th, okay?
Of what decade? What year?
Of 2022.
Okay.
Okay.
Disputed
And
what?
I made allegations that they may have not followed the contract. I don't have a copy of the contract. I don't remember.
So you start suing the lawyers?
No, let me tell you how that came about, okay? They made a claim on me, and all 5 lawyers were on the suit against me. So this is my first case ever, okay? So
Listen, if I have a heart problem, I'm not giving myself a bypass. If I need a root canal, I'm not doing it myself. And if I fracture my leg, I'm not giving myself an open reduction internal fixation. This is not, we're not sitting in a bar here.
I understand.
We're not having kibitzing over tea.
So,
Mr. Shanley, I want you to listen very plainly.
Okay.
I don't know what I got. I really don't. I just picked up the file. I didn't even know it was up today. I told her to set this because I wanted to bring a head to this and figure out what in the world was going on. You don't start filing counterclaims, adding parties that can't just be added summarily unless you do it in accordance with the court rule. And it did not appear to me that you did that. You didn't properly designate it as a third party claim. It doesn't sound to me so far, based upon what you've stated, that you have a valid third party claim. So how much is this debt for?
Plaintiff filed the lawsuit for $5,890.06.
Am I making any sense to you, Mr. Shammer?
Somewhat.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You meant to counter sue when you sued the lawyers? Is that what happened? And, you know, can you ask Jennifer to get on here, please? Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, Judge.
So remind me, this is the one you told me you issued a summons, and I came back and I said, I think that was the right thing to do, even though the lawyers were upset, but he didn't file it, right? I remember telling you that off the get-go, that he did a third party, he filed a third party claim that was improperly titled counterclaim. If there's a valid third party claim, I would let you pursue it. If there was a valid counterclaim, you'd have every right to pursue it.
Can I make a statement on that? In the letter that they sent me, okay, on page 2, I asked for a copy of the contract. On page 3, at the bottom, there's a notice that says, don't send monthly statements as that. And they sent the monthly statements without a contract.
Whoa, so you said, so you didn't have the contract, and then you made some statement to them, don't send monthly statements?
It was in, no. It was in the dispute letter. Yeah, I was saying that we were asking for a best evidence copy of the contract, and they sent monthly statements.
Best evidence.
Well, I mean, I thought that's, you know, if you ask to see a contract, I mean, I haven't
but then
seen
you
one.
told them not to send a copy of the statement?
I don't remember the wording in there, but
so what is your lawsuit over? Tell me what your lawsuit is over.
Basically, I haven't seen a copy of this contract. I feel that they breached when they wouldn't answer back in March. Do
you want him to go call you and see if you can resolve this right now, counsel?
I'm just not sure that based on all the pleadings he's filed and the conversations he's had with my client, that this can be resolved without you, Your Honor. I'm happy to discuss it with him, but you should see all the letters and the pleadings I have that make no sense. Basically, what is
I don't want people to start having to file motions. I haven't reviewed this. I'm not going to summarily start dismissing things. Here's what I think I'm going to do. And I'll invite you both to tell me if you agree with it or disagree with it respectively. Mr. Shanley, my intention is to adjourn this for 3 weeks and to let you go talk to a lawyer. You don't have to talk to a lawyer. You can be your own lawyer.
They made
okay. I'm not done talking. You be your own lawyer. I'm only telling you if they go through this, and if I find that this is a baseless claim, one not recognizable in law, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to learn something. But I haven't seen it. If I find it's a frivolous claim, and I'm not trying to threaten you, I'm just telling you. And I would tell them that if I thought they were filing baseless claims, I would assess sanctions. Period. So if you want to pursue this on your own, feel free. That's my inclination. Counsel, do you have any objection to that?
So, Your Honor, just so you know, we filed a motion to quash the claims against the attorneys and a motion to dismiss. It's set for March 13th at I believe 8:30 a.m. That's what we filed. We did ask for sanctions and attorney fees in that motion. I would just say to the court and to the defendant, Mr. Shanley, if he does not dismiss the claims immediately that we are going to pursue the sanctions and attorney fees that you discussed for the frivolous lawsuit or frivolous third-party claim, I guess, he filed against myself and the other attorneys in my office.
So this is a pretrial scheduled for today.
Tell you, Mikey.
I can tell you're not buying anything I'm saying. You do what you want. You do what you want. I can tell you, you know what a statement I made about 3 weeks ago in here? I've been here for this is my 29th year. I've been a lawyer now this is my 40th year. I might have seen 2 people in my 39 years as a lawyer and judge somewhat, slightly, adequately represent themselves. Maybe 2. Maybe you're going to be the best of all. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know why we think we can be our own lawyers. We're not our own dentists, doctors. Most of us, unless we know what we're doing, we're not our own electricians. We don't, I mean, you know, certain people have certain talents. I'm not my own mechanic. I wouldn't attempt that, but I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to adjourn the pretrial to March 13th. At 8:30. You can talk to a lawyer if you want. You don't, that's okay. And I'll just hear the motions. It's entirely up to you. You do whatever you want to do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? So you'll need to file your appropriate response.
We did 2 days ago. I brought it into the clerk on Monday.
Response to what?
Their motion to quash.
Okay, you're suing the lawyers. You're suing the lawyers. You're not suing Bank of America here. I mean, you might have Bank of America in here. I haven't looked at it that closely. It doesn't look like it. It looks like you're suing the lawyers. Maybe they did something wrong. I don't know. But I'm going to keep an open mind. I've told you how I feel. You need to have viable causes of action before you file lawsuits against people. And if you do, you got nothing to worry about. If you don't, then you do. I'll see you here on that date that we just discussed. I'm adjourning the pretrial altogether. Again, you might want to talk to somebody. If you choose not to, that's entirely your business. Okay, March the 13th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I get a transcript of this?
Sure, you can pay for it. You can order
That
it.
down, writing that down
So
right
do they have to
now.
put with the clerk?
You know
Judge,
what?
he can come down and I will give him the number to reach the clerk, the recorder.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
We'll see you here then. Have a good day. Thank you. People against Michael Todd Keffer.
All right, guys, I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm working on a Teespring store and some merch. Not of my ugly mug, I'll tell you that much, but I'm working on a couple patterns, and I just want to show you something real quick, something I've been working on. So if you could see it, if you want to blow it up, it's pre-trial. That's the first design is going to be pre-trial. Then I'm going to have a couple of images of the judges. And I am also working on a miniature toy pull string doll of Manning and Bryant. One's going to say Sweet Jesus, and the other one is going to say pre-trial. I'm in the works with that. As soon as I work out the Teespring store, I'm going to have it. It's live now, but I don't know what I don't know what's going on with that. But the pre-trial, it's coming in colors. I'm working on the colors, but this is the first one right here. And if you want to see, and then it's got the time served logo in the back. So, you know, that looks, you know, I tried to get it as cool as it is pre-trial. 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 All right, guys, don't forget, hit that like button. Memberships are live. We've got a lot of members today. I'm going to have a lot of perks up. I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm going to have exclusive shows, private viewings, court clips never before seen. That's going to be on the public one. We're going to have members only shows, working on the emojis. Google opens them up. As I get more members, you get more emojis. That's how it works. So I can only start off with a certain amount. If you guys could tell, I'm making the star of the show the judges. I'm not the star. The star of the show is the judges and the court, and that's what we enjoy. And this is my community, and you guys love the judges. So all my merch, all the stuff that I'm going to produce, everything that is going to be centered around the judges. I'm actually going to get this sample, and I'm mailing one to Judge Manning with a nice handwritten letter of how much I appreciate watching her every day. So maybe she'll rock that pretrial one day. But definitely. And also, guys, become a member. I'm going to be going live 5 to 7 nights a week as much as I can. I'm going to be pumping out videos. I have court clips upon court clips for you guys. I appreciate everything. The love is just unbelievable. Super chats, super stickers, everything's available. I appreciate everything, guys. You have been served. Hasta mañana.